Check, check, check. Check, check, check.
Go ahead and make some noise.
Reload the save that I had. In the process of checking this, I clicked the wrong save. Or actually, well, I hit quick reload on accident. I wasn't telling you that. You knew that. I was telling the stream that. Oh, there should have been game audio. I had music. I can't make noise. I'm in stealth.
Give a load. That works.
Shirt reeks. I gotta get a spare uniform.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good.
Ooh, I know. Let me spit out my gum. That way you guys don't hear me chewing. I don't think you can, but I can't chew gum when I play anyway. Does anyone else have that problem? Where if they chew gum while they play, they give themselves a headache because they chew so hard. Okay, let's not freak her out. There, have a nice nap in the garden. Whoopsie.
You have to understand.
I'm really glad that didn't count as her spotting me, and I feel bad that I'm knocking out a civilian. But I would rather not risk it. I do have to make my way back out here when I'm done. And if you've watched me play this before, welcome back. You'll notice that I have a repetitive way that I do things. One of those being I don't leave anybody behind me, if I can help it, because they tend to spot you.
Nope. Long as it's not me, I don't care. It's never any fun.
I'm not sure it's worse, the Duke or his body double. One's half likely to have you flunk for looking at him wrong. The other might just bore you to death.
But yes, I don't like to leave any loose ends because that one time you think you're fine, and then somebody spots you. I love when guards are completely clueless and blind. It makes this so much easier. He's gonna be really confused when he wakes up on the roof. And if you haven't noticed yet, we have a new addition to our stream video feed. We have our little stream kitty. We're very proud of him. Are we calling it Scamper?
We should call it something different.
What do we want to call it? I know, we'll let the streamers pick.
Oh, that's scary.
It is scary, but we have faith in you guys. You can pick out the stream kitty's name. When you have high jump and stuff, you can skip quite a bit of this section. If you've watched me play this at all, though, you know I'm a completionist, and I like to go from front to back and top to bottom, making sure I get everything. Rooftop party! Oh, I move so fast in stealth. That's wonderful.
Who's there?
those are those really nice moments where you don't hesitate.
When I give him one, I still got me one.
Now let's see if I can keep it.
And if I eat it, no, he eats it.
Because that is an outside level that they can see me in. That was very close. If you've ever played this, or as you're about to see, that front level is actually kind of hard to get through. There's a whole group of civilians that can alert you, so that was really convenient that he came through there. I also appreciate they have this designed where if a character is actually turned around, they legit can't see you. So in that case, that guy was turned around, closing the door, which worked in my favor. Now, most of these people are asleep. Or knocked out drunk. Ah, shoot, I forgot. This level has robots.
New machines and new ideas. Need the finer foods and my guests in the grand.
That worked out well. He's just sleeping. Okay, so... oh my gosh. Forgot how many bone charms there are. Okay, well that one looks pretty close. We'll go for that one. Is that a dog? Shoot, that's a dog. Okay, so if I remember correctly, it's not even worth it to go through this middle section. There's nothing there to collect, and it causes dangerous things to happen. Actually, I hear... there we go.
Some kind of trouble? In this part of town? Honestly, why can't they keep all the riffraff in a separate place?
What would you do if you were the Duchess of Zirconos or something?
That silver pipe he was smoking the other night, it made him tremendously more attractive.
Hmm.
Be on your way! Now!
Come on, lady. Darn it. I've never had an issue with her coming to the front of the room like that. We'll give her just a second and see if she moves. I'm trying to avoid using bed time if I need to because it takes up a lot of solution. There we go. Close enough. As usual, if you do things that look risky, check before you save. Is this lady dead? They killed her. That's not good. Yeah, those are all completely pointless. I'm going at this in full stealth, no kill mode, which makes quite a few of these pointless. Well, I know where to come get sleep darts if I need them. Yuck. Hmm. Let's see. I think that's about the only thing. Okay, we'll go ahead to save here. Ooh, that could be bad. Maybe we don't risk that because she. Oh my gosh, he is really bad.
What do you think?
I woke up the guard because I knocked something over. We have some epic thunder going on here. Anybody else getting all the storms? Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. I think if I go to knock him out...
Consider yourself
What? I must have woken him up.
warned.
Heads lopped off all over Kanaka. Leave at once, or I'll call for help.
Dang, these people are grumpy. I love how she's... Okay, we're just gonna go in here real quick and see where... Alright. Am I technically spotted? Nope. Then we're fine. We'll just leave it. You know what? We'll leave her if she doesn't wake up. Then we're fine. Good heavens, these people are really alert in this playthrough.
What's the matter? You saw something?
Oh dear. I forgot about that. Huh. I don't think I'm technically spotted, but I feel like, whoops, that's not what I meant. I feel like I'm really messing up the AI. They're having weird moments here. Boy, that's pretty. I don't think there's anything really on this side I want anyway. You know what, let's go...
You saw something?
Let's go down here. Abandoned storage. That was some seriously epic music for a little abandoned storage shed. Okay, so what is in here? Oh, that's water. We're gonna save before we jump into water. This game, the series in general, is never very good with water. It tends to have its issues. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't think I want any of that. Wait, is there another one nearby? Oh, that's not in here. Okay. Whalebone. I think that's about it. Okie dokie. I think there are ways through in there, but I have a lot of exploring I want to do, so. Like down below, I think you can get through. Now, just beware, knocking that out will cause any guards who walk by it to notice that the boards have been broken, and they'll go on alert and search for you.
What's the matter? You saw something?
The palace is one of the more difficult ones to stealth through because there are tons of civilians.
Besides, I'm more interested in the occasional boat, or maybe catching a glimpse of something going on at Addermire.
This is the life, isn't it? Being a friend of people don't hide their faces unless they're up to something bad.
I didn't do anything, weirdo.
What?
Shh. Oh, I wish I had the one that made me knock people out faster. And like I said before, I don't normally knock out civilians if I can help it, but sometimes it's just easier to get them out of the way because they tend to see you quicker than others. And you can save yourself a little bit of trouble if they don't freak out on you and...
Who's there?
Okay, so what we're gonna do with him... is get around before that guy sees... I think we're good. There you go. You're good. Yep, we're good. Okay, and because this is how I operate... Whew. I like to get everything before going into the objective zone. This is the only game I've seen though where it does reward you for doing the objective first sometimes by either giving you another path or helping you figure things out. I don't think this particular level is one that is like that, if I remember correctly. So I'm not going to try too hard to do the objective first. Okay, so that bone charm is in the room with either the Duke or his double. I haven't figured out which one it is yet, and it is randomized depending on your game. So one may be the Duke in one level, and one may be the double in the in one game. One may be the double in the other. So.
Jolly good idea.
Average pay. In the Duke's office. I try not to sit and read those things too long because I'm a slow reader, but for the sake of figuring out where the code is for that safe, I wanted to find it. And I think, oh, that's disgusting. I think this is one of the levels where the safe combination is completely randomized, and you do actually have to find it to open the safe. There are a couple levels where you can just open it with a predetermined code, but some of them you have to find the paper or whatever that has the code on it. That's a lot of sleep darts. Okay. Where am I? I don't know what floor we're on.
Are you going for all the phone charms?
Yes. Yep, we actually have quite a few of them already. Zach was asking if we were going for the bone charms. That one is in the office of the Duke. That one's in the safe I have to get from the code from the office of the Duke. I could probably go for that corrupt one up there. Is he asleep? Yeah, he is. I was hoping he would fall on the bed. There you go. Unfortunately, they still count that as being noticed if he is discovered like that. Even though he's technically just asleep how he was before I knocked him unconscious. But what do you do? Oh. Yeah, that was interesting. And this guy's asleep on the floor in the bathroom. Oh, now it looks like he's sick over the toilet. Okie dokie. Nothing in here worth getting. This thunder is insane. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
They won't be able to for sure.
Oh, someone is asking for trouble over there.
I thought I saw someone right here. Let's check the place, just in case.
Come on over. If I'm lucky, they'll come in here one at a time. We'll see. Yeah. To do that successfully, you really need to be ready to grab them as they're closing the door, because they won't notice you while they're turned around. Okay, I don't know where the other one is, but we got the first, so that's good. Okay, that's the one in the safe. That's down with Delilah's spirit. That's in the office, and that's upstairs. So we actually could probably go ahead and go in there. I still do have to get Delilah's spirit after I get the Duke, so.
most desirable have skin like pale slugs. That's what the brandy's for.
Be careful not to let him fall because he will die if he falls in the pool. Ah. My hair is still wet. When my hair is wet, it makes my ears get itchy underneath the headphones. It's a strange thing.
Too cold. My vest had cold. Do it yourself then, if it's gotta be so bleeding perfect.
What is he actually sitting on? I don't think he was sitting on anything. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
He's just been knocked.
Oh, this could be interesting. You know what? We'll just reload that. I wasn't aware there was a guard there. Anybody else can't read the name Aristocrats without thinking of the movie The Aristocats? I'm forever stuck. Hey, let's go swimming in the hot pool. He needs a break. He's stressed. Go for a swim every once in a while. So, where did he see me? Believe it or not, that actually counts as a stealth kill.
Stealth knockout.
Sort of. I walked up to him and punched him in the face and then knocked him unconscious. It's just because he's a civilian and he wasn't alerted immediately to me being in the room.
You didn't kill him.
No. I'm not killing anybody. There was a guard that opened the gate and came out, though. There he is. That must be what spotted me earlier. That worked. Wow. Cleared out the guards in Luca Abel's room pretty quick. Unintentionally. Some of them came after me for no reason, and some just walked outside one by one. Okay. This room is just gonna be full of people.
I can only carry one tray at a time. I'm only human. One tray.
Okay, it auto-saved. Where's this lady at? She must be over there throwing a fit.
Outsider's crooked cock.
We're just gonna knock everybody out. Actually, not a bad idea to hide them on the other side of the maze. It'll take a little bit more effort for anybody to find them. Blink is a great way to get to places quicker when you just feel lazy and don't want to walk the whole way. And it saves you time. Alright. Took care of them. Oh, there's a dead maid. There are a lot of random people that have been murdered on these grounds. So here's the interesting part when you go to talk to the Duke. You want to definitely save beforehand because you do not know which one he is. I played this on in one level before, and the Duke didn't freak out on me. And then I played it on a different level, and he did. Oh. I wasn't supposed to be killed by that. Weird. Anyway, it changes each playthrough so you don't get bored. You do actually have to go up and talk to the Duke and see which one he is. That thing should not have... Where is it? Let's actually... We're actually gonna go take that apart so that I don't get killed. Because I think what's happening is when I do the animation to talk to him, it's... Hey. It's, putting me closer than I was just by walking into the room, and it's killing me. But I don't even know where it is. Oh, it's this. Okay. So this is where the bone charm is. We're actually just gonna go ahead and grab it. I'm gonna go up here and save again, because I'm not technically spotted. Elixirs restore slightly more mana. Yeah, that would be nice. Let's go for that. I think I actually, do I have that one already? No, I have the sometimes drinking it will. Okay. Can I learn a trait? Yeah, I can. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and craft this. Yeah, that one. Getting the ability to use the same thing 4 times is super handy. Okay, let's craft it, see what happens. That's fine with me. Now, what do I get rid of? Probably this one, because this one will counteract that. Saving. You kind of have to pick and choose what you think is going to be worth it in the end. Okay, let's try this again.
No offer to bow or kiss my hand. mystery. Let's have it then. Who are you, and what do you want?
Let's guess that he's the body double.
You're the Duke's double, aren't you? I'm here to take him down, but I might need your help. Do you want to listen to what I have to say?
All right, you've figured it out. But if you're not here to assassinate the Duke, what do you want?
I have no doubt that you'd be a more agreeable Duke than Luca Abel. If I wanted to depose him without having to cut out his heart, could you convince people that you are the Duke?
That's bold, I have to admit it's crossed my mind. If people believed that I was actually Duke Abel, and that he was the political decoy, we could have him committed for lunacy. We could convince everyone that the double's finally lost his mind, and believes he's the Duke. I've spent years perfecting my performance. But there's a catch. He's got a medallion that I need. Even if I sound convincing, which should be the easy part, his Grand Guard officers will ask to see the medallion as proof. Luca never puts it aside.
All right. It shouldn't take me long. Once it's done, I'll be leaving the city. Soon after, I'll send instructions from Dunwall, and I'll expect a great deal of flexibility and cooperation on your part. There's still time to pull Serkonos back from the edge of the cliff. We can undo the damage Duke Abel has inflicted.
I'd like that. But I'll guide Serkonos in the ways I see fit for the people here, not as the hand-chosen puppet of your empire. If you agree with that, just render the Duke unconscious and bring him to his chambers. I'll handle the rest.
Now you need to be careful because the real Duke will actually sometimes act like the body double long enough to basically get you killed. He'll say something like, follow me, or let's move to a place quieter so we can talk, or something like that. And then he will actually get his goons to attack you at that point. Because actually, the first time I did this, I think I picked the wrong one, not thinking. And I figured it out later that, well, you figured out pretty quick, actually, because he kills you. He just kind of says what he needs to. I don't understand what those guys are doing. I think I broke them.
I'm thinking of
That's
having
a
picnic
horrid
soon
idea.
on the back lawn.
Oh, that's a jolly good idea.
I wish they wouldn't do that. Remember what I said about not hesitating? That was one moment where you didn't want to hesitate. Now, technically she saw me anyway, so I'm gonna need to reload, but if she hadn't seen me, it would have worked out well. I'm actually gonna go around a different way. Oh, wait. So I think we've done a pretty good search of the bottom floor. And we've done a good search of that way. So we're gonna go... I guess we can go ahead and go get Delilah's spirit. There's a lot to get down there, so... I remember right there are guards over here. Let's double check.
tibia are twice what we make here.
Wow. The guy that walked 3 inches from my face didn't see me. But the guy that was really far away and not looking at me saw me. A little strange.
Unlucky.
Okay. Wow. The Duke is kind of nuts. Kind of a jerk.
Weeks of puking up hardtack on his ship just to freeze your ass off at some northern port?
I was kind of hoping he would stay looking the other direction. Let's try this again.
I've always hoped I'd see the other isles. I've heard the wages in tibia are twice what we make here.
Weeks of puking up hardtack on his ship just to freeze your ass off at some northern port? Besides, we make more here in Karnaca with on-the-spot taxes and fees.
Maybe. It is nice having discretionary jurisdiction here. Less paperwork. Think of it. No blood flies, no howlers.
So the reason he turned around as quickly as he did is because the guy that was that I was knocking out stopped talking. The AI is actually pretty smart when it comes to that. Aw, man. You didn't see me. I call Jip. Now, there supposedly is a way to do stealth drop knockouts. I don't like to, because it's kind of hard to do. And there is a rare occasion where you actually drop down on somebody.
Weeks of puking up hardtack on his ship just to freeze your ass off at some northern port? Besides, we make more here in Karnaca with on-the-spot.
Really? He didn't even care that this guy fell down, and wow, that took way too long to knock him out. Let's get you out of the view. Okay. Wow, that's not glitchy. Through glass. Nothing in it, but... Hidden passage.
Let's see what Duke of Bell keeps hidden away in here.
Extra diagnostic playback loop.
This must lead to the Duke's vault, but I need his key.
We'll work on that.
Delilah Copper Spoon.
Let's see what the black bone charm does. Far reach and blink consume no mana if used within 1 second of assassination. Completely pointless. I was really hoping for one that would allow me to choke people out quicker. That does exist. I just haven't found it yet. Which is kind of a bummer because what's probably going to happen is I'll get that right at the end. I think I got it earlier the last time I played this. Okay, so basically what you saw is I made it down into the secret room, but I need the key to get into the office. Where did that robot go? Okay, there he is.
Of course, the Duke kept some of the clockwork soldiers for himself.
Okay, we'll go for that one because it will. Yeah, we'll go for this one because the other one is down in the safe. Okay, so what we're gonna do... Oh shoot, it saw me, I think. Yeah, it did. I wanted to get her out of the way so I could actually try to get rid of the clockwork soldier. But... who's lurking? Number 1 girl. Thank you for the lurk. Oh, that's a long run back up. Anyway, I was trying to get rid of her so that I could kill the clockwork soldier without her getting in the way. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to. The dog.
Of course, the Duke kept some of the clockwork soldiers for himself.
Madman or cutthroat or pickpocket. Just
Okay, so... where can I go here?
Is there? Hey, where did you go?
So this is the roof where I was at with these two people. What? What? Section stuff. It doesn't have to be tough. But that's probably going to be the easiest way in once I do it without getting spotted. Well, actually, you know what? That window was open. I may go back out to the outside balcony there. And go in where those two standing by the ledge were. I'm just going to have to make sure I do it in such a way they can't see me.
Of course, the Duke kept some of the clockwork soldiers for himself.
What's this way? Okay, so well, actually I can go out the window over here.
That sounds lovely.
Let's save so I don't have to go all the way back. Whoa. Oh. Controller. Alright, back in business. What was the mission clue?
I can't.
Shh. You're fine. Oh. Whoa, that was weird. That was glitchy, but I'll take it. Glitches in my favor. Whoop.
Nothing here. Let's have a look around.
Alright, so that looks like the Duke's office.
Something feels.
Ah, he saw me. That's okay. I was dumb and ran. For those new, if you notice, we have a fun little stream kitty going on. It does actually have a few commands. Let's see if we can get it to do one. I don't know if it did it to have the chat open. Oh, cute. I think it's adorable. This poor servant is going to be in some serious trouble when she wakes up. Ooh.
I'll have a look around.
Better have a look.
Oh, there were 2 guards.
So let's see. What was it? What's up?
Nothing here?
Thought I saw someone right here.
around.
Let's check the place, just in case.
Did I imagine that? No.
I wonder who that was.
Oh, shoot.
Hey, who is...
Maybe if we don't alert him this time, they'll stay where they're at. If at all possible, you want to avoid getting them out of their main routes. Whatever route they're in is going to be a little bit easier to map because it doesn't change. Well, sometimes it can change. They'll have about 1 or 2, maybe 3 at the most routes that they can take. Okay, so that guy was asleep.
Nice to be on the Duke's payroll.
Let's see about this guy. So he's the one who saw me.
Wonder if the rumors are true about the Crown Killer.
Where was that third one? Okay, the third one was asleep too, so.
Bunch of degenerates.
Get rid of one. It's easy when they're asleep. Wait, you're sitting on top of coins. There. Get him away from that edge. Uh-oh. Let me double check. He shouldn't have seen me. Red edges on the lightning bolt just means that they're alerted. It doesn't mean that they saw you. So you still have time to keep yourself from getting caught. Oh. Okay, so I'm thinking... Yeah, the clockwork soldier was getting close to the edge of this section here. I think. Yeah, there he is.
Okay, trigger exploration grid. Extending exploration of the area.
Oh, good. He jumped down. That's fine. He will probably jump back up here to get back onto his normal route when he's done searching. But if we go quickly and make sure we've got everything we care about on this section, then we're good to go. Okay. Yeah, so in that case, we're good. Alright, so I'm actually going to save on top of this light here because there's a guy that can come out of the room right there. What's in here? The office. Okay, if I remember correctly, there is a clockwork soldier in this room. Or at least, yeah, he's asleep. Okay, so we want to avoid waking him up.
Oh well, never mind.
Are there any electric bolts? No, there's just an alarm system. Okay. So we want to be careful not to alert anybody. I think that maid will stay looking the other way because she's dusting the soldier. So if we go like this... we should be okay.
A body?
What?
Here? Huh? What? I don't want to die!
Woman?
That's not right!
What the? Wait. Oh, okay. We're gonna reload that. That was really weird. She didn't technically see me, but she freaked out like she saw a body. And I'm on top of a bookshelf. So... yeah. So what I might actually do is blink behind the officer, shoot her with a sleep dart, and then knock him out so that I don't have to deal with that, because I don't want to wake up the clockwork soldier.
What's the matter with you?
Whoa. Did you see that? He kind of went flying. This is such a weird little playthrough. I'm having some issues. And as I've said before, bodies being discovered does not count as you being seen. You'll be fine. Sometimes it's just easier to leave it, and actually sometimes it can work in your favor. Because if somebody sees a body, they might come over to you. Now, that's what you collect to get the trophy in the ship. You don't need it in this one, so don't bother with that if you don't want to wake him up. Okay, so now we have the code to the safe. There's another clockwork soldier here somewhere. I think he's below me. They tend to be really loud when they're just under you. Or above, depending. In this case, I don't think it can be above me, though. And you do need to be careful. If you knock over a glass or something, you're gonna wake that guy up.
Charging the magnetic coil.
Okay. Now there's this. You don't need the money that badly. Going with the mentality of if I need it, and if it's easy to get without alerting everybody, then I'll grab it. That one will wake the soldier up. Oh, this cord keeps messing with my fingers. Alright. And this is the first painting. At least in this house. Saving. Okay. Now, where was... There was something I wanted to collect. The Duke has the key. Okay. Do I have any powers I want to get? I wish that just made your overall movement speed quicker, but I think it's only for... sprinting. So Delilah had her own room here. I guess she had to, because they kind of brought her back to life, and then she was kind of stuck at that point. Now, if you want to go the route of trying to kill clockwork soldiers, the spring razors are the best way to do it. They work really quickly, and usually it only takes 1 or 2 to kill them. And it counts as being stealthy. Just be careful, because they do kill anybody nearby, especially if you have a radius upgrade. I actually avoid getting that upgrade on purpose, because usually when I use them, I only want it to be localized to the soldiers. Check again. Okay, we're good. I'm actually due for a real save. Never really know if these two were technically a love interest or not. They all had some kind of weird devotion to her, I think they kind of worshipped her in a way. It's a little messed up. Brief invisibility after choking or assassinating somebody. The only reason I'm not going to take that is because it makes me louder when I make noise, and it makes me easier to see while leaning. So far, I'm already very visible when I lean, and usually if I'm going to choke someone out, I'm only doing it when people aren't paying attention, or I think I can get out of the way. Is that a book? Yeah, it was. It's her diary. I do want to actually read this real quick. Wow. So it kind of does sound like they dated. It's just really hard to tell. Okay, the only one we have left is in the safe on the way down to Delilah's spirit. What's out here?
If the old Duke could only see this wasteful expense, wanton flesh.
And such terrible wines. At least he knew better than to serve Tivian with hagfish.
Joke if you want to. Our new Duke spends more in 1 month than his father spent in a year. Old Theodatus Abel was tight with the coin.
Why worry? When the war is done, we'll have it back tenfold in tribute. This is the Circonian age, my friend. The age of Luca Abel. Enjoy it.
The old Duke.
The old Duke was wise. Yes, the old Duke was fair. You grabbed the Empress off her throne and gave us the Isles. So
I'm listening to this conversation.
better man.
Wow, some of these people are just awful. I guess they would have to be, though, to follow Luca and Delilah. This is not a lifestyle that I necessarily agree with. So there's the second painting. That is a huge painting. Those things are not cheap. Large paintings like that are seriously expensive. Okay, so that's everything there. Now we could either go down and open the safe, or go back up and do the main objective. We're gonna go back up and do the main objective. Reason being, I have to go back down to get Delilah's vault anyway, or Delilah's spirit out of the vault anyway, and the Duke has the key. And so, what I'm gonna do is go up, take care of the Duke, do that whole thing, then the main story will be done, and I'll be done completely up on the top floor. And that will allow me to, go ahead and go back down without a problem. Less backtracking. This game has so much backtracking as it is, it just makes it a little bit easier. I'm not gonna lie, this is an awesome bathtub. It's just a giant hot tub, which I guess technically giant hot tubs are, or bathtubs are smaller versions of giant hot tubs, but there is slight difference. Okay, so as usual, do a quick save before doing anything. I'm gonna just peek in here real quick. I want to make sure there aren't going to be any guards that are going to pop up on me. Okay, if this is a closet, that would be an amazing closet. Okay, so basically what we've learned is that the Duke's body double really does care about people and he's trying to help. And the letter that I just read was it was Lucia Pastor, the lady I talked to when I was at Karnaca. And basically she was asking for help because the miners are all getting ill and they just need help on how to fix them. I don't know if I'll be spotted. Alright. Nope, we're good. Technically, he did not see me. I would love a walk-in closet this big. That's awesome. Oh, it's locked. I bet the Duke has the key. I would say though, I would not want a bed in the middle of the room like this with windows that large. You'd never sleep. There would be so much light coming into your room in the morning.
My poor brother died there. But that's where I met Delilah.
Now, if I remember correctly, the evil Duke actually will not talk to you once you've talked to the good one.
This must be the key to the Duke's vault.
He kind of sees you and freaks out thinking that you're awful, which, you know, I guess you're there to kill him or knock him out, so. Be careful carrying someone picking things up off of a desk, because if you go to pick them up and accidentally click drop, you can throw them, which could accidentally kill them because you would throw them onto glass or something that would cause them to die. That's his self-portrait.
It's like Picasso.
Whoops.
When I first met with my inner circle, I saw nervous faces. Even the boldest were afraid, wondering if we'd live to see another feast. Now Zirconis is ascendant, but this is a story that began long years before. I knew Delilah when I was only a boy, and even after she was lost, dead, and gone from the world, her memory burned in my mind. Until finally I began to hear her whispering, calling to me from the void, telling
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he definitely had a love interest. I mean, her picture's all over the place.
A copper spoon.
The way that I kind of thought that that was the good Duke was because of the cigarette. If you listen to the advice of a servant nearby, they tell you that the double likes to smoke.
I've spent years mimicking this asshole. Captain Almeida, come at once to my chambers. There's a problem. Quick, hide up there.
I don't remember if I actually have to do anything. No, okay, good.
Your Eminence, are you alright?
Yes, Captain. Please arrest this clown. Seems that he took his role a little too seriously. Get your hands off of me! He served me well for years. We'll never find anyone else who so bears my resemblance. Take him away, Captain. But be gentle.
I think I understand, Your Eminence. We'll handle it.
What? This is outrageous. I'll have you all skinned alive and set in a salt bath. If only there was something we could do for him. I suppose all those years pretending he was me, that eventually took its toll. No! Stop! I am the Duke of Securus! You can't do this!
Dr. Hypatia at Adamire will know what to do with the poor man.
I guess, yeah. I mean, the Duke was kind of dumb to have somebody that so looked like him and so acted like him that at any given point, he could be replaced. Wait. What? They must have found a body. That's okay.
I'm still trying to get my head around this. It's incredible. It'll be dicey for a while because I may be missing a few details.
Think you're smart? I'll find you!
As quickly as I can, I'll turn over the palace guard. That will help cover me.
Search the whole place. I don't have time for that.
Okay. You do have to be careful too. Sometimes the body double has weird glitchy moments where he doesn't actually view you as an ally. It doesn't happen often, but occasionally there are just weird moments in this game of glitchy things like that. Especially, you know, if you've got your sword out, sometimes he does one of those like, oh my gosh, you have a sword, and you just have to be careful. Now this guy, I was going to leave him alone, but I need to go down on the level below him, and I don't want him to see me over the ledge. I'm still not spotted, and nobody's died, but unfortunately they did spot the bodies that I had down there. Okay, so I'm just going to avoid that section. I don't really need to go over there. Normally those guys will basically be playing darts with these targets. I don't think there's anything over there. Well, you're blind. Okay. I need to double check and make sure that falling into that glass didn't kill this guy. I don't think it did. It says unconscious, but sometimes it'll say unconscious. Whew. and it won't actually mean unconscious, it's a little strange. Oh, my legs are so sore. Okay, this is another way in to avoid those people seeing you, but I just didn't care. Okay, so let's move her. Okay, no. Ooh, nope, not gonna save on that ledge. That guy could see me from anywhere. Uh-oh. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, he saw me. That was accidental. I'm watching the stream, Kitty. On the screen, I have the phone open with it down here. Okay, so you know what, let's go ahead and get that, because I won't have to go back into that section once I get it.
People don't hide their faces.
Oh, I never did this.
Does something bad.
Okay, so technically that guy spotted me because I stayed there too long. When they threaten to call the guard, or they say things like, people don't hide their faces unless they have something to hide, basically they're saying that if you don't leave, you're gonna be in trouble. So what I need to do is book it in there. Alright, I should be far away enough from him that he's not gonna get me. Okay, so this is where a smoke bomb or something would be really nice.
Let me have it.
Don't think there's a whole lot in here I'm gonna need. If anything at all. Okay. So, kind of pointless, but that's okay. I want to get into the room with the safe. And I'm kind of trying to remember how to get there. If you do this enough, you kind of forget how to get to where you're going. I think we're good here. Yeah, here we go. Okay. What was the code? 090. Oops, shoot. I wish you could just spin it where you wanted it instead of having to click to go through the whole thing. But I guess that's how a true safe dial works, so. Okay. Alright, so we've got all the stuff we're looking for. We've cleared out the main objective. Now we're gonna go down to the basement and try to go in the secret door. This door is open. I'm not sure why that door is open. Now, if I remember right, you want to be careful here because the Clockwork Soldier might be on the other side. I could be wrong too. Whoops. That was unnecessary. Yeah, there's a Clockwork Soldier. Okay, so what we want to do...
1,000 rotations.
Actually, we'll just do one and see if it works. Okay. So set it. Back away. Yep, one worked. I have the upgrade that makes spring razors go off twice. That was why I took the other one away, because I didn't think I needed it. And I was able to kill that because there were no other people in here. You don't want to do that if there are people there. Oh my gosh, look at all the gold. Holy crap. But yes, you don't want to do that if there are other people in the room because it will kill them. Collect all the goodies. Can I open that? No.
Old scars run deep, don't they, Luca?
I don't know what that is. Looks like a giant squid. Huh. Okay, so there must be one up on the upper level. We're gonna back up so we're out of range. We'll go in the door actually. And save.
This is it. You must release me from this dead vessel. Only then will you be able to trap the last spirit.
Jessamine, your spirit comforts me. How can I let you go?
I've given you all I can, my love. I tried to guide you. Now our daughter will lead you.
Be at peace, my dear Empress. Star of my sky.
Your eyes, your hands, your heart. With my last thought.
That's so sad. And he basically had to lose her twice because he was there when she died. And then that whole deal.
Now it's time to return to Lewis.
But he didn't want her spirit to be stuck in a weird mobile dead heart thing either, so.
The heart of my half-sister, only her flesh remains.
I wonder if it was even really alive.
That's creepy. Although if you've ever seen the movie 9, that's totally what that reminds me of. Not the one about the dancing and singing, the other one. Okay, so what else is there? I think I've done everything in this level, so. No, I don't know if I can get out that way. I think I have to go this way. I don't think I want to go out this door.
Blink. Commence lens refocus. Increasing oil tank temperature. Still idling. Take this opportunity to...
Let's get up and out of the way. I guess I didn't need to set that spring razor, and it might be a problem later. We'll get out before anybody walks near it. The only one that should go over there is the Clockwork Soldier, but... we're actually gonna wait and watch just to make sure that he's the only one that goes over it, because he's going that direction now.
The machine is running at low speed.
Okay, he didn't go anywhere. Okay. And you can explore all that if you want to. Not a whole lot over there, so I don't think it's entirely necessary. Just another way through. Okay, and as I've said before, the clockwork soldiers can see behind them. With a camera on the back of their head, there's no way to stealth them, so I would just get out of the way as quickly as possible.
That should do it.
Alright, so the heart, if you listen to it now, you'll hear Delilah's voice instead of the Empress. Okay, so we've gotten everything. Open the safe. I think we've explored it all, so let's go. Ew, that water's creepy. What's up, Megan?
So, is that it? The fall of Karnaca?
The Duke's had a change of heart. Things are shifting.
Back to the dreadful whale, then, and on toward Dunwall.
It looks that way. To find a way to help Emily, and to give her back the throne.
Ready then?
Let's go!
Alright, as you want.
We may finish the game tonight. I don't remember what else is after this. I don't remember because the first game had like 12. This one's longer though. There's a lot more to this one. Okay, so we collected almost everything. Obviously coins are not going to happen because that includes pickpocketing everyone. Pantry passage, swim into the submerged storage room, place Duke Bell, remove the broken gazelle from the vault. Okay, so the haunted by the past there, remove the broken gazelle from the vault. I'm pretty sure that's what you need to get the trophy that goes on the ship. For those who have been doing the trophies where you collect a certain item from every level to add it to the ship trophy collection, I'm pretty sure that's what you need. Is it even raining with all this thunder?
I have no idea. I don't hear rain.
This is how the worst day of my life began. A masked man closing in on Dunwall Tower. Now it's happening again. Another Empress falls, another story ends. Last time it almost ruined the Empire. Will I do any better? Delilah outfoxed me and I never saw it coming. But I was Corvo before I was the Royal Protector. Before I owned a sword, I fought with sticks and broken glass, whatever came to hand. I don't know what grand scheme you've got underway, Delilah, but I'll give all I've got to stop you.
Okay, so this is the hardest level to stealth, because this level has a lot of witches and a lot of ghost dogs. Again, you gotta get into the palace area again, but you'll see what I mean. Okie dokie. Where is it? Yeah, this. This is what you want to look for in the vault that I was in right before you pick up Delilah's spirit, or after. It doesn't ruin anything. But this is what you pick up, and it ends up in here as a part of the trophy. Oh, and this. I forgot about this. This calendar. I should have told you that ages ago, but I forgot about it because it's you don't notice it as easily. If you're doing when you're doing the level in the mansion where you go back and forth in time with the little timepiece, you pick this up in the room with the piano where Aramis Stilton is while he's crazy. It's right after you get the timepiece, right after you go back in time to when things are good, and it's on the wall by the door. Before you leave the room, it's in the same room with Aramis Stilton and the piano. And the reason I'm telling you all these is because these are all achievements. You pick one item up out of every level. This is the very first level. You get it in the vault in the palace before you actually leave the palace. Super easy. It's just a pickup. This is for knocking out a red guard, the elites. This is for killing a clockwork soldier in the Clockwork Mansion where Kieran Jindosh is. You pick this up when you're taking out Brianna Ashworth. It's above her in her office in a glass case. You can open the door and take it. This is in the Silvergraph store when you go to knock out the High Overseer and Paolo. You get that for doing the non-kill playthrough for, what's her name? It's the lady who was the crown killer in the Adameyer Institute, so you'll find it pretty easy. And I think that's it. Hypatia, thank you, Dr. Hypatia. Yep. So, it is an achievement to collect them all, and then, as I said, you get this one in Aramis Stilton's mansion, and this one you pick up in the vault where Delilah's spirit is. Now, I'm going to open the travel log. What I've been doing for all my streams is people who want to read them, I've been going through and doing a quick thing so that you can go through and read them. I've read it enough, and then I can read them off stream, but if you actually want to read them, you can pause and go over it. Otherwise, I'm just going to skim because I read slow, and then we keep things moving. Also, if you're really curious about the lore, you can look this up on Wikipedia, and it'll give it to you in order. A lot of the time when you play this, you pick up lore and stuff out of order, and then kind of have to piece it together. So the Dishonored wiki will actually give you a better idea of what's going on if you really want to know. Okay. Why does it keep taking the heart off of that? Alright, so that bone charm, I'll show you how to get in a second. As per usual, if you want the achievement for reading all of the papers, run around every time. Well, let me explain that better. There's an achievement for reading everything on the ship. The catch to that is sometimes things will appear and disappear depending on what you've done. So you need to go back through pretty much every level of the ship and just make sure that you've read all the notes and stuff. Books that don't move don't count, but it doesn't hurt to just read them all, because if you don't, you're gonna have to reload the whole game pretty much. Yeah, we'll go ahead and search up here first. Normally I just do the briefing and then come back down, because you gotta go back out anyway to get on the skiff, but that's okay. So let's see. Yeah, so this letter counts. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Now there's a reference to a big knife. I don't know if that's a reference to the third game or not. Ooh. It's a creepy place.
Remarkable what Delilah's accomplished, coming from such a background, taking the throne.
Hey, there you are.
Okay, so what you want to do here, pickpocket Megan. Talk to her, and I'll explain why you pickpocket her in a second.
People have called me that for a long time, but it's a lie. My name is Billy Lurk.
I remember seeing that written down somewhere a long time ago.
Just a note, if you don't save Aramis Stilton, she will still have lost her eye and her arm. The only way you give that back to her is by keeping him from getting crazy.
15 years ago, I ran with a mercenary gang. We got paid to kill people. Some who deserved it, some who didn't. The boss pulled me up from the Dunwall slums when I had nothing and had run out of rope. This is hard to admit.
I want to hear you say it.
Our leader was the assassin Dowd, and I was part of the crew. Our last big job together, we were paid to...
You helped Dowd kill Jessamine.
Yes. I don't know what else to say. I've lived a very long time wishing I could take that day back, but I can't.
Now, you can take the bad route for this. I'm doing this the good route. I want the good ending, so I'm gonna say the first option.
I can't ever forgive you for what you did, but suffering has a way of twisting people. You're a different woman today than you were then.
Yeah. We've all been hurt. And not all of us did what I did. Or became what Delilah became. I know you'll never get over it. But neither will I.
No, I don't think you will. Goodbye, Billy. I'm taking the skiff and I'll go alone from here.
A lot of people probably would be like, oh my gosh, she killed his girlfriend, you know, that's awful. And yes, it is. I'm going the forgiveness route. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so movement is faster with weapons sheathed. I pretty much never have them sheathed because I've got to have them out to use abilities and stuff. Let's see, did that count? Yeah, it did. Okay, it counted all of them.
No one will ever know exactly what it took to save Emily Caldwin from a living death as Delilah's puppet. No one except the outsider, who watches everything and thinks his own dark thoughts and speaks to few in any generation. I've learned that our choices always matter. To someone. Somewhere. And sooner or later, in ways we can't always fathom, the consequences come back to us. I came from Serkonos to Dunwall as a boy. Made my living as a killer. One of the few who've heard the outsider's voice. I murdered an empress, but saved her daughter, who will one day rule the empire. Those were my choices. I'm ready for what comes.
Interesting. A lot of messed up going on. Okay. It's interesting. I think as you go, if you do good things as you play, what you see on the ship changes. Don't quote me on that because I've never actually played this for the bad ending.
Let's not forget that small detail in all
I haven't come this far to fail now, Delilah. It's time to face the music.
I think, yeah, that's a lot of people.
I doubt my apartment on Caldwin's Bridge is as I left it.
It should be interesting to see what happens over time. Now that Serkonos effectively has a new duke.
I might visit the Academy of Natural Philosophy.
In case you want to read this, there you go.
Assuming it still stands.
Even like this, it's good to be back in Dunwall, where I met Jessamine, where Emily was born.
Alright, double checking everything. Dual layered something weave. I think that's a defense item. These audiographs do count, so you do want to listen to those.
Fought to
Wow, okay. He's a really good painter, though, I'll give him that.
You know where to go to find Delilah, but how will you handle her? It's my hope that you have some sort of plan.
It could be tricky. She might not give me any choice but to fight, and Delilah deserves whatever she gets.
At my age, I've come to distrust words like deserve. As I've told you, I knew her long ago. Badly wounded, deep at her center, but cunning, and looking for a way to pull herself up. Perhaps more than anything, Delilah had a talent for imagining the world as a better place. If only that could have been channeled towards something less twisted.
Too late for regrets.
Yes, you're right. In any case, please watch yourself. I've come to care a great deal about you.
Goodbye, Anton.
No, sweet old man. Sort of. I mean, he's kind of nasty at the same time, but...
You took the worst Karnaca had to offer and acquitted yourself superbly.
If you don't do this the good way, Anton basically calls you a monster. Kind of goes on a rant about you being awful and hoping that Karnaca and Dunwall have someone better than you. It's pretty sad, actually. Okie dokie. Off to this very messed up city.
Samuel could see me now.
They never really say what happened to Samuel, but you kind of assume he dies. You don't really know how old he was in the first game. He didn't seem that old to me. But, I mean, it's a video game, and the character design on this one isn't exactly the most realistic, so to speak. So... I don't remember how long it's been, though. I want to say it's been 10 years, technically, in this story since the first game. Now, this is actually the very first level you play on. You're going back for the second time.
Oh, I will. Delilah will be made mortal again.
You let Emily's mother slip into oblivion. Do you know where my mother's resting? In a child's coffin, her skinny legs tucked beneath her, because I couldn't afford proper burial. While my father rests in the Imperial crypt.
You're lying.
You still can't accept it. You were sent to Dunwall as a gift, like a box of candies, because that's all you were worth. I inhabit your lover's heart, and my body sleeps in your bastard daughter's bed.
If I learned anything in Karnaca, it's that birth shouldn't give anyone the right to rule. You earn it every day by serving the people who need you. Now I'm coming to end your tyranny, Delilah.
Okie dokie. So let's do this. 2 runes. That one's closer, so we'll go ahead and tag it. Now, this is actually the very first level you played in. That's the dock you swim past, and you jump on the ship somewhere over there. What is going on with these lighting effects? Yeah, that's a little messed up. Okay, so what we're gonna do, if it lets me, there we go. Do a real save, because right now all I've got are auto saves, and if you do auto saves, you never know what it's gonna overwrite. Okay. So we're gonna go down this way first. The dock is actually empty right now, if I remember correctly. We hope anyway, right? Thankfully, I've got my powers back. I don't think you have them when you go through this section the first time. Oh, that's wine. I was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of blood. But it's, I think it's supposed to be wine because it's under every barrel. Yeah. Common key? Oh, that's not down here anyway. That's up in the... Alright, is there anything I need in here? Okay, there's only one little thing of oil in there. I don't think that's where the bone charm is, so I'm just gonna ignore that. Do you remember this bar, restaurant, club, whatever you want to call it, when I first came in?
With all the shops in the district shuttered, this place still might be your best bet.
Oh, it's now the black market.
Can't hurt to be stocked up on munitions.
Oh my gosh, I have a ton of stuff. Exploding bullets make less noise when running. Still kind of pointless because I never run. Reduce damage, less visible. Alright, let's stock up first.
I'll take that deal.
I have a ton of money that I'm not going to be able to use. Okay. Oh, that could come in handy.
Let's see. I have some upgrade plans for your gear.
Yeah, when you go stealthy, you don't need a whole lot. Okay, reduce damage or less visible in well-lit areas. I think you know which one we're going to go for, but you need to be careful because you cannot replace that. Once you do one, you can't do the other. Which is fine, because if you're doing it stealthy, and we'll go ahead and get this one. Move quieter while running. Make less noise when sprinting, make less noise when running. So basically, if you're not crouched, you make less noise. Again, not a whole lot to it. Yeah, those are pointless because we're doing this stealthy. Alright, the rest of that's pointless.
Come back next time you need something.
So there should be one. Nope, there's two. Okay. So 93 and 80. I think we can do that one first. I'm gonna go out the back door. Because the front door is probably gonna have a ton of guards. Yeah, this one I believe is in something right there that I don't think that goes anywhere else. If I remember correctly. Okay, so you can look at the wonderful destruction that currently is Dunwall. Got seriously messed up. Can't remember if there's anything over there worth getting. I think there's like, here, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna save. And then we'll just go take a peek. Yeah. I don't think I care for 20 coins. Not when I have nothing left to buy anyway. That was the last black market, and this is the last level. So, not a whole lot I can do after this section. Maybe. This is the hardest section in the game. Well, I shouldn't say that. I say that and then get back in and realize that it's not as bad as I remember, so. Okay, so I think that's up on that little ledge there. And that one's over there. So we're gonna go ahead and just get that one because I don't think that leads anywhere once you're done. Whereas the other one actually kind of leads back to the direction that I need to go. That's a little creepy. I think that's... Is that who it is that's singing? Okay, we're gonna save because I need to get in there. I know the dog spotted me. I'm just checking while I'm spotted to see what's over in this area.
It's over. Oh, but you've hit 3 and I've only hit 1. I might have to practice on every building on this street.
Why not? No one.
Actually, you know what? I'm not spotted. I'm gonna take it.
Tearing up everything in the city.
My dear old dad says that Emmett Lark built this place.
Oh, who cares who built it? Old Lady Grithers lived here when I was growing up. She's gone now, trampled underfoot in one of those riots.
That's a bad way to go.
The trick is the guy.
Okay, so...
Yeah, after the big fight between those overseer hard asses and Delilah's girls.
Are we gonna put it back together? Make it work?
Yeah, dumbass. Because you just spent 6 years at the Academy of Natural Philosophy.
Hey.
Okay, so... Sometimes you just pass because you don't need to do things. In this case, there's not a whole lot going on in that.
I see inside you, but you're not as twisted as I thought you'd be.
Okay.
We'll have to get this thing onto a boat. No one buying in Dunwall right now.
We're trying to find... Well, that's a lot of dogs for one. We're trying to find the... what do you call it? The writer, the guy that writes the news articles. Okay. Dogs don't count as kills. Oops. And I need to avoid getting spotted. Oh, shoot. I hate killing them, I really do, but... These are evil ghost dogs who would eat me on sight. It's so sad because I love animals and I hate doing it, even in video games. I'm just like, ugh. Dunwall Courier. Okay, that's where I need to go. Blocked. There is a way to do this without your powers if you went for the option of not using them.
Lord Protector, you're alive. Yep. It's been almost 2 months, hasn't it?
It's amazing this whole game has been 2 months. What's up?
I went back home to Serkonos to strike against those supporting Delilah, the architects of the coup against Emily.
And were you successful? Things are a mess here.
I know how to beat Delilah now. I'm going to topple her and find a way to help my daughter retake her throne.
That's the best news I've heard in a long while. You'll have my support. Whatever you need, just ask.
Once it's safe, just tell the public what happened. If I come out on top, I'll invite you to Dunwall Tower to conduct an interview.
Wow, this poor guy's been hiding out in here for 2 months. It's a little crazy. And I know he's been hiding out because the door was barred. Okay. So we're kind of to the point where we don't really need a whole lot on the money side, so I'm just going to skip as much as I can when it comes to that. But we are going to shut this door, because I feel like if you're going to hide out, you don't want the door open. Because people could hear you, they can smell you, they could see the light coming from the building, just a whole lot of bad. Okay, so I don't think... You need to be careful here. See this busted down building? There are witches in there. Oh, what? I hate that the lean does that. Sometimes if you turn while leaning, it will force you out of the lean. So yeah, see that lady there? And I think you can sleep dart her, but you need to be careful. Because she could fall off the roof. Which will kill her. Actually. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I would have been able to do that a little bit quicker, but with the witch, I was kind of worried about stepping forward. Basically, she saw me just briefly, and the witches have all the abilities that I do, so she blinked over and went to see where I was. Unfortunately, I've got a lot of them to fight, so be ready for that. Oh! No! Corvo! Whoa, yay. You know what? Let's save and see if I can sleep dart her without her falling to the floor. Don't fall. Okay, so technically she fell, but did it kill her? Yes, it did. Okay, that killed her. Let's not do that. One of the things you have to be careful of.
It's here. I can smell.
Where did you disappear to?
Okay. So he heard me knock a plate over. Okay, you need to be careful. You see all this broken glass. If you walk on this behind them, they will actually hear it. Okay. So this is a sailor's diary. Use the barometer. The diary, I think, basically tells you to use the barometer to open the door. So this guy had a stockpile of stuff. This is what the two guys that I just knocked out were looking for? Okay.
Welcome home, Lord Protector. Delilah's waiting for you. She's been sleeping badly for the last couple of weeks, because that piece of her you're carrying around has been calling out, begging her to take it back. She feels the same craving, but she'll fight the death to stop you from putting her spirit back where it belongs. You were careful in Karnaga. Let's see how that serves you in the tower, where you and Jessamine fell in love. Delilah's got the throne and your daughter. But now she's got a secret as well.
Interesting. I have 7 runes, and I don't know what to buy with them. So, sure, we'll go with this one. I know I could use it for other things, but I'm going to use it for the one I use all the time. I guess we can use possession. I won't really use it, but might as well. Okay, so got that. Now what you want to do here, you do need to take out the witch. If you don't, she will kill you. So what I'm gonna do is drop down here and get up out of the way. She should blink up there where she last saw me, and then blink back into place. Okay, she should not have seen me, but we're gonna double check because the witches are tricky. I don't think I'd be standing in this building, to be honest. Somebody's home got seriously wrecked. Gotcha. Okay. Now we'll put her relatively safely away from the ledge. Interesting. Basically, these are braces to keep the building from falling over. Probably not a good time to be in that building. Okay, is there anything up there? Nope. So, this is what we're gonna do. I do want to go in that way. But first I'm gonna go up and grab that. And then there's something down there that we need to collect, but I'll show you that once we get there. Let's go get this first. I don't remember if there are any enemies in here, but we're gonna save just in case. Nope. Wait. Why is she dead? That's odd.
Delilah.
Yeah, all these thorns are from Delilah. She's crazy. Void armor. When you take damage, a significant portion is taken from mana instead of health. Yeah, again, completely pointless. This is the only thing that's interesting about this game that I'm not sure if I entirely like. The bone charms are actually random, and I think there are more abilities than bone charms to collect. So some games you play, you may not even collect a bone charm that has a certain ability, and others may not show up in different playthroughs. It seems to be completely different. Alright, so that's all the bone charms. I think using this microphone is very bad. So we're not gonna do that.
There are marks on our flesh, made by the knife of Dunwall. Cursed Dowd who hides in the world and breathes still.
She says that almost like she feels bad for Jessamine, but I think it's more of... Actually, let's see if we can get her to talk more.
Old man, lost it all. It was 1831. He came to her, to me, to us. Said we could change it all and make the world right. She found the place where he was birthed by knife and ritual, thousands of years past. You will never gain back what you lost here.
Okay.
That's a shame.
He's talking about all these dead people. All the guards and civilians. Man, it is a mess. Oh, I think I accidentally shot the dead guy and it knocked his arm off. That's gross. Okay, so in the beginning of the game, very first level, I showed you guys a room where you had to steal from the safe for an achievement. This is when you get the achievement. After you take away the tripwire, because I just exploded. Yeah, woo. Yeah, I gotta get a longer cord. I keep bumping this and flipping my mic up. Let's try this again. Okay, so I don't remember there being a tripwire here, so what we're gonna do, save, then open the door. There we go. I wonder if that's a this playthrough thing only, because I don't remember that. It shot twice. Why is it still shooting? That's really weird, guys. Huh. Oh, there were two. Basically, you do one and it'll... Weird. I have never had to do that before. Okay. think that's it. Oh. This should work. Yeah. So the guy's safe gets stolen from, and he doesn't even bother to change the code. Now, this is how you get the achievement. You have to steal from the safe twice. Read his journal here. Basically, in the first game, you can steal from his safe. I actually think you have to for an achievement, or for the storyline. And this is a diary basically explaining how he was stolen from in the first game, and during the coup against Emily, he was stolen from again. And basically, he's like, I've given up on this city, I'm leaving. So he sells everything and leaves this note, and it says, if you come back, you scoundrel, enjoy your visit to my home. There's nothing left to steal. And it's just hilarious because this is the third time you've stolen from him in the 2 games. And if you steal from him twice, you actually get the achievement just now for opening it. I've already done it, so I'm not going to get the achievement again. But if you feel like it, it's funny. Poor guy. I know. I know. Poor guy can't catch a break. His name's Dr. Galvani. You'll remember him from the first game. And even though I don't agree with stealing, it is kind of funny because he's not the nicest guy. He does experiments and has a few people killed. And even though technically in the first game he was trying to figure out how to stop the rat invasion, but he was going about it the wrong way. Yep. Woo. Okay. Is that it? Nope, there's a letter here. Okay, so we're gonna go through this back door. I think I want to go this way. How many times can I go back and forth before I continue the level? Come on now. There we go. You know, I don't think I've ever come out this way. Interesting. Oh. Evil fish, evil fish. I love how you can tell they have this set up for if you do this without powers. I've never gone this way before. I usually go through the front gate, so I'm curious to see what actually... where this actually goes. It's a nice dresser. It's a shame. Okay, so normally you come in over here, and I am actually going to backtrack a little because I want you to be able to see what's going on. Those do see you if you get too close. Well, I know it's kind of silly to backtrack, but... you know what? There's a guy in here you can talk to, so I actually want to reload that and just go through the gate because I want to talk to him. Oh, man. I exercise every morning, and I am so sore. Not a fan of push-ups, let me just say that. I actually could hear Zach earlier. We have a stationary bike, and I think I heard it going a second ago. Yeah, we want to go out this way. There's not a whole lot the other way, and then I won't get eaten by fish, so. Alright, that should be everything. I think I can technically... let's see what's in here. I don't think there's anything in here. Looks like this was used as a hospital at one point. Yeah. It's worth exploring just because it's fun to see things and see the story and what's been happening. But it's not entirely necessary. Okay. I love our little stream kitty. Treat.
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oops.
If you would like to give our little stream kitty a treat, Zach just posted the command to get it to do so. Well, it's called eat.
Oh, that's what's confusing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But we made the command treat. That is so many dead people. Okay. So basically there were a couple guards who were just ready to be done and leave. I'm hoping that this is not one of them. And that that guy and his wife actually did get out before all the killings started. This guy's actually still alive.
I saw the High Overseer fall. All is lost. Leave this place.
We had the assault at the tower.
Somehow we were overcome. Not just Delilah's sorcerers and their gravehounds, but mechanical men. Automated soldiers. The ancient music was useless against them.
Rest now. But know that I'm going to end Delilah's reign. I swear it.
A death's door door, I smell the corruption of the void upon you. A heretic against a heretic. Laughable. The world is
These
doomed.
guys are kind of like a cult against the outsider and anything relating to the void.
I've done what I could. Served the Abbey the best I was able. The strictures are written across my heart. I wish I could have protected the High Overseer.
I don't think he dies. He could, I don't know. Let's get this gate open. Well, I closed it. And as I said, these plants actually can spot you, so you don't want to run right through there. You can technically go around the pond like I did the first save before I reloaded, but I wanted to go this way. I like to talk to that guy and read the information. So basically, these are Abbey soldiers.
This is Delilah's doing.
And any soldiers who were opposed to Delilah. Mostly, I think that's Abbey. Because they were trying to assault the castle, so to speak. Okay, we'll go for that one, because it's right there. You don't want to go this way anyway, because those guys will see you and there's no way to kill them. I think you can shoot the heads with a bolt, but if you do it with that many so close to each other, they end up hearing you, if I remember correctly. Ooh, not going that way. We're gonna go through the roof.
Conjure rainbows for her brush.
Coal tar dye, pig's placenta, grind and wash, rich magenta.
2 hands sift and 2 hands blend. Make the pigments
Okay, they're nuts. How many are there?
Fingers stained blue and blush. Conjure rainbows for her brush.
Shade and hue, dig and crack, crush and mix, eyeless black.
8 hands sift and 8 hands blend. Make the pigments block the wind. Fingers stained blue and blush. Conjure rainbows for her brush.
Okay, we'll save because I think
6 hands sift and 6 hands blend. Make the pigments block the wind. Fingers stained blue and
wow, that really worked for.
conjure rainbows for her brush.
Uh-oh.
Where did you disappear?
Ooh. I hope that didn't kill her. Nope, we're good. Shut that back. Okay. Now, was I spotted? Nope, we're good. So basically these guys are creating paint for Delilah using some twisted magic and plant extracts, I guess. I don't know. It seems to be what's happening because later on she uses the paint to make a painting with magical powers to it. You'll see what I mean. Move slightly faster while carrying a body. Yeah, that'll be nice. Yeah, we don't need that one. Don't care about that. Okay, those I can learn traits from, so I don't care so much about keeping those. Move slightly faster while carrying a body. We're gonna actually create one with those properties 4 times. Yeah, there we go. Alright, craft, craft, craft. It's totally worth it to do this because they actually do stack abilities. So I should move fairly quickly now. Move slightly faster while carrying a body. Sweet. I mean, I move pretty fast now anyway, so that's just kind of a perk. Alright. So, where's the next one? That one's pretty far over. And I believe that one's right by the door. So we'll go for this one. If I remember correctly, once you get inside, it's not that complicated. It's out here that's difficult. Alright, just so you know, there isn't anything worth exploring in some of this. The only thing we want to make sure we get to is that gazebo over there, and I'll explain once I get over there, but I gotta make it there first. Woo. What sees me? Okay, I think they see me over there, so we're gonna need to get down quickly. You know what, we'll just go ahead and take this lady out to avoid that extra eye. I like her hat. Okay. There was a lot of weirdness going on there. Alright, so I didn't die, nobody died, and I wasn't spotted. Cool. We're good. Okay. This is where the bone charm is. All the way over here. I don't even think you can actually get inside this building. I think they actually see the dreadful whale off of there. If you didn't hear them, she was basically like, "Is that a ship that I see in the mist?" Okay. So we're gonna grab her, but we need to back up quickly because I think that other lady will turn around. And if you back up and just kind of block your view... No, she's good. You can prevent them from seeing you if they turn around and then get around them to grab them before they see what's going on. Just one of those little things that you can do to prevent from being spotted. Okay. Swim speed is faster. Meh. You swim so little in this game, it's not even really worth it. Okay. We'll go back out this way. Alright, so we've got one more rune to get. And one more achievement that I can show you to get. Okay, so... Woo! That was close. I think... It's kind of one of those, the closer you are to your enemies, the farther you are from harm. Okay, any closer and that thing will come to life and kill me. So we're gonna go as far that way as possible and hope this lady doesn't see me. She kind of did. So hopefully I get around somewhere. Yeah, I think I can get up on this. Okay, she's still kind of spotting me. Okay, I don't know where I landed, but we're out of the way, so let's check. Yep, we're good. You definitely want to go for blink freeze time. If you haven't noticed watching me play this, saves your butt more than once. Okay.
Delilah's hatred for Jessamine is endless.
So you actually, this is what you want to do
Jessamine,
for the achievement.
I wish I could hold you just once more.
And that's it. That's all you gotta do. But that counts as the achievement. It's hard because you have to get over here. Oh, shoot. Doggy spotted me. And that should be the last achievement that you have to actively get to, if I'm correct. Besides, you know, the obvious one of don't kill anybody and don't be spotted by the end of the game. But okay, so getting up high and kind of picking your path is the best option here. So we're gonna double check we're not spotted. We'll save. Where was the dog that spotted me? I'm not sure where that dog was. Ah, there he is. Yep, and it's a ghost dog. The ghost dogs cannot be killed, which is kind of annoying. But he's stuck. Look at this. He's stuck. That actually could work in our favor, because if we move quickly... Okay, so we do want to get up here and get out of the way. Do a quick save. Actually, it's probably time for a good save. Been a little while since I've done that. Just a little bit of insurance. Gives you the ability to have 3 saves on hand, just in case.
Less messy. You can still smell it. How much of the algae does our Lady Delilah want? And what's it for? Tell me. I won't let the secret slip. She just needs a bit. And if you promise to keep your tongue in your head...
Whoopsie. They don't like when you drop down on them.
The algae is all dried out, but that makes it easier to collect. Less messy. You can still smell it. How much of the algae does our Lady Delilah want? And what's it for? Tell me. I won't let the secret slip.
We'll listen to them talk
She
for a
just
second.
needs a bit. And if you promise to keep your tongue in your head, I'll tell you. It's part of her new undertaking. A painting to end all paintings, she says. After taking Dunwall Tower itself, what more could our mistress want? Delilah wants the whole world's love. The seas around it and the stars above it.
Folks feels a little scratchy. Maybe some stiff forage and chamomile will do the trick.
Okay. So basically that's where you... Ooh, good thing I didn't go. Basically that's where you find out Delilah's doing some crazy stuff. Even more so than you thought. Okay, grab her real quick because she turns around and leans on that pole. Technically you can get behind the pole and still knock her out, but... for sake of preventing noise, just grab her while you're there. So when you go through this room before the city gets turned to crap, there's a guy in here who you can talk to. And you kind of assume that he gets killed because he's missing. Either that or he books it out. I mean, it has been 2 months. He could have just run. Okay. How do you get in there again? Ah. Okay, and basically you assume he gets out because you don't find his body. Okay, so he lived. Yeah, he's good. He was smart. He got out. Either that or they used him for the experiments Delilah was talking about. Let's hope not. I don't know if you remember earlier in the game, you can open this here to get through. You don't really need to. If I remember right, you can walk right up this middle area. Okay, so we've gotten everything. Oh, I know what I missed. Let's see if we can get around here.
Next time I'll try with a waxing goose. If that doesn't do it, then
Okay.
I have no idea how to fix it.
So we'll leave her there. I think what I missed... Okay, you know what? We're just gonna let her freak out for a second. Because there is something here that I need to collect. That's gross. Let's see, let's see. That's a ledge. The reason I'm running around like an idiot right now is there's a painting here somewhere. And I'm trying to remember where it is. Maybe it's not where I thought it was. Oh, leave me alone, people. Maybe it's not where I thought it was. I could have sworn there was a painting out there, though. That's okay. I know I missed one painting throughout my playthrough in one of the earlier levels, so if you're going to go for the painting achievement, I would do it with a guide. Those do not show up with the heart. And I actually, the first time I tried to do the paintings, I did do it with a guide because they're kind of hard to find. Some of them are in really strange places. And because I want to actually finish this tonight, I'm going to just keep going, so. Normally we finish the evening stream at 10, but I want to go ahead and try to finish this. Believe it or not, this is Dunwall Tower.
But a few days ago, she was spending all of her time in that bleak little overseer chapel. What's afoot? What's she working on?
She probably found it funny, using the chapel as a studio, mixing pigments where those fools used to preach their nonsense.
I can use the elevator to reach Delilah up in the throne room. To restore power to the elevator, I'll have to reach the security room.
I don't even think you really want to restore power, because when you bring the elevator down, there's a dog in it. Okay. So, there's a bone charm right there. There's a dog right there. So this one takes a little bit of finagling. And if I remember correctly, there shouldn't be anybody else. So we'll do a save. And then what you've got to do, get close.
The High Overseer.
And be very, very careful. There we go. Oh, and I woke him up anyway. Nope, they saw me. Yeah, see, I walked just probably like half a step too close and it saw me. We'll get it. We'll get it.
The High Overseer.
I mean, you gotta go to the very edge of this thing. There's one. There's the other. If I inch forward even a milli-inch more, I will be spotted. Whew. Got it. Okay. What did it give me? Health regenerates while using dark vision. Good if you really need it. You take less damage from falling. Health regen is halved. Okay, they're all completely pointless, so I'm not going to bother. But we're collecting the runes and stuff anyway, so. Okay. So let's see. 92. 54. 77. So we'll go for 54. Tink. It's amazing the mess they made at this place. Alright, if I remember right, you should be able to get an achievement for talking to all of the Delilah statues.
Lying half-sister Jessamine and I played as children. Where she first opened her bedchambers to you, then gave birth to your daughter. Where you let Dowd murder sweet Jessamine. The place that ruined both our lives.
You have a twisted view of the world, and I have no idea whether you're telling the truth or not. But it doesn't matter.
Okay, so that's up a little bit more. We'll save here. It's amazing, you think him talking to that statue would alert her to where he is. Alright, I want to see about this second level here. I don't know if I can get up to it, but technically. I love how there are random bathtubs in places there shouldn't be. I guess these guys turned this into the bathtub or the bathroom. Okay. That one's still closer. Sometimes I go different ways than I planned to originally and accidentally go further than I want. Okay, so this is the Royal Protector's room. This is basically Corvo's bedroom. This is a picture Emily drew of Jessamine when she was a little girl. Yeah, this should be.
They'll pay for what they've done to the tower.
So this is his office. It's interesting how the rooms are set up where there's pretty much their room and their office are the same place.
I'm your devoted servant.
Well, that worked out conveniently well. I think I remember where that one is.
Make a note. Remove this playback after the final field test.
There we go. Okay, so you want to get to the point where you can walk through. We'll go ahead and talk to this statue as well.
We are part of a very small group.
I remember correctly, this is an achievement to talk to all the Delilah statues.
And we've both been marked by the black-eyed bastard. What do you think? Do you ever get cold at night, Lord Protector?
Up here. Okay. So you go in this room.
Clockwork thing is still out there somewhere.
And you find this poor guy who's barricaded himself in.
Please don't tell anyone I'm here. I've been in here keeping quiet since this all happened.
Don't worry. But what do you know about Delilah and her people?
After the coup, there was more fighting between the Duke's traitors and the members of the Watch still loyal to the old Empress. Then there was a party for Delilah, just before the Duke returned to Serkonis. At some point, the Overseers staged an assault, but it went badly.
What else?
Apparently, Delilah's been working in the Abbey Chapel, preparing something. If you're crazy enough to want to find her, look there, or in the throne room. She and the Duke were talking about a painting.
Stay hidden. I'm here for Delilah. I'm going to take back the tower.
I hope you're right. 3 of us hid here. Genevieve got caught, then Morgan. Now it's just me.
You'll be alright, dude. I gotcha. I better not eat all his food, because he might actually be in here for another couple days. No, I guess I'd technically get through. Now, the one about the greyhounds getting destroyed upon spawning, the ghost hounds, that does come in handy if you do this loud. Yeah, so he's actually barricaded in. Alright, should be... Oh, there's 2 more. Okay. You should be pretty safe as long as you stick to the chandeliers. We're gonna go to the security room just to get this piece. Oh, actually, I don't think it's in the security room. I don't know if you actually want to use the elevator, though. I do remember it being loud, and I do remember a ghost hound coming out of it if you do. The ghost hounds can actually see you on the chandeliers sometimes, so you want to be careful of that.
Jessamine's old secret chamber is connected to Emily's safe room, which leads up to the throne room.
I can use that to go to the throne room on my way back out, but I'm not going to yet. I want to go down to the chapel because I want to do this in a non-lethal way. And that's the only way you can do it. Almost forgot this lady was in here. I'm not going to, but if you go through and read all these diaries, they kind of give you an insight into what the witches and Delilah and all of them are thinking. Okay, so we'll save. After we double check, yeah, we're good. What? Oh, okay, he saw me up on the chandelier. Okay, so you see the dog there? I'm gonna wait until he walks away. Okay, so we want to get down to the chapel. And we do have one more rune to find. I hear fireworks. Okay. So sad, all these maids, the servants and stuff who've been killed. Just because they were loyal to the Empress. Okay, there's a clockwork soldier over there, so we're gonna move quickly.
Why is there a tree in the middle of the chapel?
Sorry, guys. Okay, I started sneezing and then it got stuck. Whew.
Delilah's new painting sounds dangerous, but I might be able to sabotage it.
After arranging the runes across the chair, both pure and corrupted, I was able to transpose the chapel native to do the same to all the Empire. This will be my greatest
With more corrupt runes, maybe I could turn Delilah's painting against her.
With this wretched dung heap we're all born into, at last, all will be made proper and good.
Basically, if you didn't get that because he was talking, she painted a tree into the painting and used runes, and a tree appeared. So, essentially what she's going to do is try to she's basically going to try to create the world how she wants it by using this. Is that all I can do? Or... Bring down, okay. To craft the combine dried algae, pigment, and human bones. So what did I do? Okay, maybe I need pigment. That's what I need. Okay. I don't think that technically counts as a rune. Okay. So we found the non-lethal way. Time to head out. Oh.
Okay, the machine has detected something.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, return to routine operation.
Actually, you know what? Let's save real quick. If you remember correctly, or if I remember correctly, I think this is where the torture was. No, this is a different room. Okay. So basically we need to turn the power on. This will alert them. So once you do, you need to be ready to get out of Dodge. And I'll show you what I mean in one moment. Give me 1 second. Okay. Double check. Yep. Quick save. Yep. Make sure you've got your blink ready. And get up.
With the power on, I can take the elevator to the throne room.
The belly rumble of machines digesting oils from the great leviathans of the deep.
You should see who tampers with the dead metal things.
They speak slightly strange. Alright. Just get rid of these extra people. Alright. Okay, I think we're good. We'll save just in case for some reason they fall off or something ridiculous. Power has been restored. Let's go.
Display back in... Without certainty. The machine concludes here that nothing further is amiss.
Alright, so that should be all the runes. Yep, we've collected all the collectibles.
I adore the sound they make hitting bottom. So delicate, so fine.
The old woman we pushed off the roof cared more about these dishes than she did her own life.
I don't like this cold light. Light from the dead machines. Throat feels a little scratchy. Maybe some steeped borage and chamomile will do the trick.
I told her once, told her 1,000 times. You have to learn the words and say them just right. Otherwise the spell won't work, no matter how many goose feathers you've gathered.
Okay. We're pretty close. I think I would do a more thorough playthrough with this kind of stuff if it wasn't for the fact that I want to finish this tonight. And, I mean, I've been pretty thorough. Found all the runes and bone charms. I know there's a painting that I missed here somewhere. Okay, so back at the beginning where we want to be. We just don't want to be caught. So we're gonna blink over there. Okay. Again, there's normally a dog that comes out, so you can push the elevator button, and then I get up here. Because... where is he? There he is. I'll just shut that so we can be safe. You don't actually need to ride the elevator up, thankfully. You can do one of these where you just kind of go up here, and that's what I normally do because anything you do that creates noise or that you might think would make noise in real life, probably making noise. I like to search here. This leads to absolutely nowhere, but you basically find out that this guard, or not this guard, this servant hid out here and barricaded himself in. It's really sad. It's just another little interesting tidbit, but he did get killed. They found him. I know that stuff's, it's kind of morbid and it's really sad, but I enjoy when they hide little story bits like that in there. I'm just a sucker for a good story. And the way that they do it, so if you search, you find things and you go, oh, that's so sad, or wow, I can't believe that was in there. To tower rooftop. Okay, so we collected everything we have. So we'll do another quick save. We're getting close. We're getting really close. the weather. I'm wondering how long this storm is gonna be. Oh, well, according to my weather app, it's telling me that it's supposed to be completely clear and no storms right now. I don't believe it. Woo! It's gonna be hot tomorrow. Okay. And thankfully there are no runes up here.
And die at my hands.
Oh, I think this is where the painting is. And I actually don't think there's anybody up here. Maybe? Is this? Could have sworn there was a painting on the outside of the building somewhere. Wow, I'm so quiet when I run now. And Biz. Nope. Oh. Hello. Odd. Well, I thought there was a painting. Okay. So, double check. We're good. Save. In we go. Do not go up to Delilah's throne. Get up here instead. Follow it around. The reason you don't want to walk right up to her is because of the dogs. Which side is it? I think it's...
What has Delilah done to the throne? If I change the number of corrupt runes attached to the throne, it should turn Delilah's painting against her.
So now I will complete my great painting. I will make the
maybe.
world as it should be. And there's no place in
No.
it for you. Long live Delilah Caldwell, first of her reign.
Yeah, okay, weird. Let me think about this. Could have sworn that you could drop, basically put her spirit back in her body from there.
What has Delilah done to the throne?
That's what it is. You need to use the heart at her. Okay.
My daughter.
Don't worry, we'll save her. Okay, so non-lethal route, put the corrupt rune on the throne. Okay. Double check we're good to go. Yep. Double check we weren't spotted. Yep. Alright, we'll do a save. Do a manual save, and then we'll go in for the last section of the game.
So she'd replace all the world with this.
Okay, so this is a tricky little section. And a sneaky little section. That's not real Delilah. So what I'm gonna do, show you how to get to the real Delilah. Now I want you to check something. See all the fake people, how they've got these thorns coming out of their feet, but oh no, this one doesn't. This is what happens. Anytime you go to take a fake one out, whoops, no, don't want to do that. I guess it's this one. Anytime you go to take a fake one out, you're gonna alert them. So I'll try to show you how to do this. Am I in the painting already, or is it making me go back in? Nope, looks like it's making me go back in. Alright, did I... Yeah, we're still good. Okay. Do a quick save.
So she'd replace all the world with this.
Basically, if you want to do this stealthy, look for all the paths that you could get to without powers. That's usually a pretty good indication of how to get there. Now, it says destroy Delilah's replicas. You don't need to destroy all of them. Just a few key ones on your way around so you don't get spotted. So I think I can grab this one. No, not that one. There are some that you get spotted knocking out. Okay, so we'll leave that one. Now, if you're wondering which ones are which and you don't want to just go with the feet thing, you can actually see who they are, which ones are real, which ones are fake, using vision. So just go around the outskirts here. Okay. Go around the back. See if you can get up to it by walking. You're going the right way. And voila. This is the real one. Double check you haven't been spotted. And I still saved just in case, because I've actually fallen off of this ledge after I knock her out and killed her on accident.
If I put Delilah on the throne, the painting should trap her in her own fantasy world.
Okay. So now we technically should be able to jump right up here. Just gotta be careful. Okay. Exit a painting.
You wanted a world of your own, Delilah, so have it.
You need to put the corrupt bone charm on there before going into the painting. Otherwise, it will not corrupt like you want. So basically, he goes and hides behind Emily, and she wakes up with the corrupt charm.
What I've always deserved. My justice. Now what's always been marred and distorted will be purged.
So that confused me a little bit when I first watched it. I think basically what you do is you turn the painting into a world of its own and trap her in it. And she's basically stuck in that little section that we were just exploring where you had to go around and not get killed by her illusions. It was a little confusing. Revive. Wow, she's been in there for 2 months. That has to feel really weird. Alright, so this should be when you get the 2 achievements for non-lethal and stealth. Yeah, I missed the painting. It's on the rooftop somewhere, but yeah, it's okay. I missed one earlier on, but if you're going to go for those, I definitely recommend a guide. I kind of flew through a little bit so I could get to the end. Let's see. I think going into the captain's quarters might be an achievement. But I think that's about it. So by now you should have gotten a lot of achievements. I tried to explain where they all were. I can't remember if there are any more. And then finishing the game in low chaos and finishing it as Corvo. So if you've done it stealth, non-lethal, and as Corvo, you should get 4 achievements just for playing the game. Low chaos, play as Corvo, no kills, and don't get spotted.
And so a man born with the face of the Duke took his seat in Karnaca, ruling with empathy for those not born in a palace.
This all changes if you don't do this the good way. The ending is very dependent on how you do it.
In Dunwall, without ever realizing it, Delilah passed into an imagined world where her father's promises were fulfilled and her subjects would love her forever, as she sailed the ocean with a great fleet and trekked across the Pendician wastes. While in the true capital, Emily the Just, Emily the Clever, ruled for decades over a prosperous, mended empire with Corvo Attano by her side. In his day, Anton Sokolov fired the engines of industry, hurtling the empire into a more sophisticated age. He dallied with nobles, wayward artists, and great inventors alike, drinking in all that life could offer. Leaving Dunwall for the last time, he headed to the cold north, contented at last, on a final voyage to take him home. There are things that never change, no matter how hard you try. Questions you must answer.
This is a hint that there's another game.
As Megan Foster faded from the world, Billy Lurk stepped from her shadow, setting out to discover her truest self, and seeking the closest thing she'd ever known to family.
Dowd, for those curious. That is the 3rd game. I don't know if I'm going to play it. I don't think so. I really didn't like playing as Megan. I found her quite whiny. And she was just annoying to play as. The whole game, she just whined and complained and blamed the outsider. If you want to see it, I recommend playing it though. The outsider's story is really interesting. Basically, the 3rd game, it's called Dishonored, Death of the Outsider. It pretty much tells you from beginning to end what the deal is with the outsider, how he came to be, what the powers are all about. There's a lot to it that's really interesting. If you don't feel like playing it, checking the wiki is good too. It's not a huge, long story. If you've played Dishonored 1 and 2, I recommend playing the game. It's interesting. I just can't stand Megan's character. The whole time, there were times where I would just mute her because I got really sick of listening to her. I mean, the whole time she's just complaining and she blames the outsider for everything in her life. So, if you want to play it, feel free. It is fun. There's some interesting aspects to it. It's not necessary, but you should at least check out what the outsider's story is because that is incredibly interesting. Do you want to get a raid ready while I finish talking? So that's the Dishonored 1 and 2. There are a couple other achievements you can go through as Emily. If you go through as Emily, I almost recommend doing that first and then going back through as Corvo to get other achievements. I hated playing as Emily. I really couldn't stand it. The way they changed her powers. So where Corvo has blink, she has pull. And instead of being able to just blink from here to here, she has an arc that is really hard to aim. So if you're trying to aim here, you have to look up and just hope that you're landing in the right place. It was awful. I hated playing as her. I don't know what the developers were thinking with that, because they don't do that with Megan in the third game. I don't really know. I didn't like it. I hated playing as Emily. I did the quickest speed run I could. It ended up being high chaos because I didn't care if I got spotted or killed anybody. I just wanted to get through it as quick as possible. So if you're going to do that, play as Emily first and then go back through and play as Corvo to get the rest of the achievements. You want to play as Corvo to do stealth, no kills, some of the collectibles. It's just easier. He's so much easier to stealth. Let's see. So we're gonna raid somebody. Don't forget our polls. We have a couple of games listed that you guys can pick from for us to play next. I think so far what I have voted on most is Legend of Zelda. Which one was it?
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. So that one so far I've got the most votes for. Our subs get triple votes. So if you go look at the poll and you don't see that one is capped out, our subs actually get 2 extra votes, but we haven't figured out how to get those to register yet, so we're keeping a log of who subs and adding 2 extra votes depending on what they vote for. Zach also has one going on. You can vote for his games. He has a list of ones that you can pick from. Pick as many as you want. They're just a list of games that he might start with, that he's been playing and would just play again. Up to you.
Important thing, you're going to be streaming tomorrow morning at 10?
Maybe. Depends, because I'm done with this, so we'll have to figure that out.
Well, what I'm saying is that we're going to close the poll.
Right. Okay, so we're scheduled to play tomorrow at 10. From 10... probably until 12:30. Normally we go to 1, but Zach is going to be live streaming his worship stream tomorrow at 1. Feel free to check that out. It's great. But I'll be on around 10, and then I'll probably finish up at 12:30 to give him time to transition over so that our internet's not overlapping and all that stuff. But the poll is ending tonight, so if you would like to vote for what game I'm playing next, please vote tonight. So far, Breath of the Wild is winning out. So if that is what continues to win over tonight, then I'll be playing that tomorrow morning. So, alright, I'm gonna call it good. My throat's sore, and you know what? I'm gonna go get some milk and cookies. Because I can.
We're going to raid Angel Bear.
Okay, we're raiding Angel Bear. Angel's one of our regular watchers, and she's, what is she playing right now? Overwatch, that's a good one. So, thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to sub if you like. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free sub. It just helps us out. Helps us be able to do this more often. Don't forget to give ideas for games you want to play. Tips, feedback. So, alright. We're hosting. Have a good night. And everybody have a great 4th of July, depending on what happens tomorrow, if you watch or not. So, thank you for the watch. You want to hit that for me? There we go. Okay. Good night, everybody.